Hi everyone. This week we've been talking about all of the different ways that we use water, and one of those ways was we use water for cooking. So today we are going to use water to make a recipe, and that recipe is lemonade. Have you ever tried lemonade? Me too. It's one of my favorites. I have the recipe right here. Remember, the recipe is what tells us what ingredients we need or the things that go in it, and then it tells us how to make it or the directions. So the things we need are lemons, sugar, a container and spoon, a knife, and water. The ingredients are we need a lemon. I'm using 6 of them. We need the sugar or honey. I'm going to use sugar today because that's what I had. And then we need 2 cups of water for every lemon that we use. So that means we need 12 cups of water. So we're going to slice the lemons in half. We're going to squeeze out the juice and remove the seeds. We're going to pour it into the container. We're going to add the sugar, water, and stir together. Let's get started. I'm going to set my recipe right here so that I'm able to follow it while I'm doing it. So the most important thing, the first step we do is we wash our hands. So I've already done that and I've cleaned the counter where I'm going to be working. So I'm going to turn the screen down a little bit so you can see a little better. And we're going to start our lemonade. So I have a really sharp knife, and this is something that you need your mom or dad to be helping with because you don't want to be using a knife. I don't want anybody to get hurt. So you have your mom or dad help you cut the lemons in half. And that's what a lemon looks like inside. It's all yellow. So I'm going to cut each of the lemons. Have you ever tried a raw lemon before? They're really, really sour. So that's why we need sugar for our recipe. Because lemonade has a little bit of sourness to it, but it's also a little bit sweet. And that's where the sugar helps. So we're going to cut all of our lemons up. I got one more. And I'm going to put my knife in the sink so nobody gets hurt. So we're going to squeeze our lemons into a measuring cup so we can get any seeds out. You have to squeeze really hard sometimes to get the juice out. And I see some seeds coming out. And that's okay if the seeds come out because we want to make sure that we don't put them into our lemonade. So we're going to squeeze our lemons. And we're going to do the next one. You want to squeeze as hard as you can. And sometimes if you have little sores on your hands, lemons can make it burn a little bit. So you want to make sure that you cover those up with a Band-Aid if you can. So I'm going to pause for a second while I squeeze the rest of the lemons. I'll be right back. Hi everybody, I'm back. It was a lot more difficult to squeeze some of the lemons than I thought it was going to be, so I have a little bit less juice. So that means I'm going to use less water. So I originally was going to use 12 cups of water because I had 6 lemons, but I think I only got really good juice from like 4 of them. So I cut it down to 8 cups of water. So I already measured that out and I used a measuring cup to measure it because remember we use measuring cups to make sure we're getting the exact amount of water. So I have 8 cups of water inside of this container and now I'm going to dump our lemon juice in. And then we want to put our sugar in, or if you want to, you can use honey that the bees made for us. Do you remember when we talked about that? So I measured out our sugar too. So I originally had 12 tablespoons, but I cut it down to 8 since we had less lemons. So you can either add more sugar if you want it sweeter or take sugar away if you want it to be a little more sour. So I'm going to dump in the sugar and then we are going to stir it up with a spoon. Stir it all around until we think it's all mixed together. And some people put ice in their lemonade. I didn't have any ice made today, so I'm not going to add ice to mine, but you can definitely add some to yours if you want it to be colder. And we're going to learn a little bit more about ice on one of our other water weeks. I think it's all stirred up. I'm going to take some and pour it into my cup. You might need some help with this part too. I got myself a nice glass of lemonade. Can't really even see it because lemonade is kind of more clear like water is. I'm going to try some. Ready? Yum. See now, it's still a little sour, but I like sour stuff. But you can add a little bit more water to it if it's too sour for you, or sugar. So I'm going to post the recipe in the comments under this video, and I hope you try it out at home. See you next time. Let me know how it tastes.